Phil Grandy is a career businessman who's also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passionate desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
To many, the stock market is shrouded in mystery. When do I buy? What is the stop loss? Should I invest on earnings? Is it time to sell? At Phil's Gang, we want to clear the investing fog for you. We want to make you an educated, confident investor and ultimately a profitable investor. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the Phil's Gang team have been dedicated to teaching, guiding, and answering your investment questions. And with our new Phil's Gang website and customer support messaging system, we are available when you need us to answer your questions. philsgang.com can be accessed from your home, office, or any location where internet is available. Plus, you never miss a beat because all material is archived. From beginner to seasoned investor, Phil Grandy has been helping thousands of people learn about the stock market and producing smart investing strategies. Whether you're preparing for retirement or looking to secure your financial future, learn, invest, and profit with Phil's Gang. That's philsgang.com. For more information, call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You're probably familiar with a pillow commercial that's everywhere. It's on TV. Know where you get the pillows, this new pillow that's out. You know what? You don't need a pillow good night's sleep. You want to make sure your investments are safe. That's where you get the good night's sleep. And that's what you get here at Phil's Gang with our technology. It's built in to show you when your stock is ready to fail, when your stock is ready to rally. That's right. It follows the money. You don't need a pillow. You need Phil's Gang. That's how you get a good night's sleep. You'll always know well in advance if the market's going to collapse or your stock. Join my gang, philsgang.com. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que St. Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. they pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with PhilsGang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, PhilsGang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to PhilsGang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
After years of a slow economic recovery, you are entering the strongest job market in nearly a decade. There are also indications that wage growth is picking up.
And if you believe that, I got a bridge I can sell you. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. You know, it amazes me how they can continue to put this fake narrative out. And we talked about this yesterday, of this recovery, especially when they're talking to us about jobs, when it's so easy to disprove. First of all, Janet Yellen or Obama, either one of them know how to create a good paying job. And they always talk about how hard it is to create jobs. No, it's not. We'll talk about that too. But first, let's get back to Michelle Obama, because this is the big story. You remember what she said? No hope?
Now we're feeling what not having hope feels like.
Not having hope, what it feels like. I hope she didn't mean there was no hope for the country. How could that be? After all, our flag exemplifies hope. It's a symbol of hope. It's a symbol of freedom. The sacrifice of thousands of military men and women who gave their lives for our freedom. America has stood as an example of free people engaging in the pursuit of the greatest opportunities that life has to offer. No one should feel more hope than two young African Americans, Michelle and Barack Obama, whose heritage less than 150 years ago was of chains and slavery, who today they stand as an example of hope, a free people engaged in the pursuit of the greatest opportunity that life in this country had to offer them. Not only to reach the pinnacle of freedom, but to reach the highest office in the land and to be the first black president and first lady of these United States. Like our flag, is a representation of national pride. Instead, like spoiled children who feel entitled. What Michelle Obama really meant to say, she has come to the realization there is no hope to ever again screw the American taxpayer by having them pick up the $1.4 billion White House lifestyle bill, the tab, each year, such as the $1.2 million bill a year to keep the movie theater open 24 hours a day in the White House, making sure every 2 hours It's fresh popcorn. And a fully stocked concession with 4 full-time employees, 24/7, just in case one of the Obamas has a whim to see a movie in the middle of the night or during the day. Never again is there any hope to screw the taxpayer by having them pick up the $120,000 a year tab to have a dog trainer on call 24/7. What are you, nuts? How about another $135,000 a year for vet bills and other upkeep on the dog? See, never again is there any hope to screw the taxpayers by letting them foot the bill to fly around in the Air Force One at $250,000 an hour, or to pick up the $80 million vacation bill, where their hotel bill for hotel suites is $38,000 a night alone. Oh, room service. Of that $80 million, $2.1 million for room service. See, I can understand her loss of hope and her despair. I really can. Her disappointment. After all, Kennedy had great accomplishments. He put the first man on the moon, while Obama, her husband, put the first man in the ladies' restroom. That's going to be his legacy. But for these people to say there's no hope, what this country has given these 2 kids, unbelievable. America is all about hope. Every day it's about hope. The stock market's soaring because it's about hope. When the election was over, November 8th, Trump, everybody thought the market was just going to collapse. And it did. It started to collapse. I was there. I saw it. 800 points, 900 points. But I said they're all wrong. And sure enough, the next day, hope came in. And this stock market has rallied, has not stopped, and keeps on going. In fact, never before in history have we had $100 million come into the stock market in such a short time. Last year, if you go back and look at 2015, the amount of money that came into exchange-traded funds was $60 billion compared to $100 billion in such a short time since November 8th. That's hope. That's real hope. So I'm disappointed to hear her talk about there's no hope. Oh, there's plenty of hope. I'm just hoping that they get you out of the White House as quick as they can. So there's my commentary for today about hope. The stock market, as I said today, is stalling. We're getting into, we're now in Christmas week, so many of the big hedge fund managers, the big guys, they've left. They've gone out to Aspen and they've gone all over the world, and so therefore there's not a lot of activity going on. But there is a lot of activity going on when it comes to what's being said out there. More lies. Janet Yellen, God, can that woman lie? Listen again.
After years of a slow economic recovery, you are entering the strongest job market in nearly a decade. Job creation is continuing at a steady pace.
None of that is true. None of that is true. And we're going to go over that. But also, I want to first talk about the folks, the people. Do you know the government now is collecting about $1 billion from Social Security recipients at all ages to go toward their unpaid student loans? That's right. There's $200 billion in student loans. That's 40% of all the outstanding loans, $200 billion. And the government now is collecting, and they've already collected $1.1 billion from these folks who have they garnish your Social Security. That's right. They're garnishing Social Security, your benefits, to help cover the student loan payments. This is crazy. Now, Obama's income-driven repayment plan is a joke. And I told you it was when that occurred. It only serves to make the student loan problem worse. I told you that. The best thing to do with student loans is before they get them, to make sure that they don't keep making them bigger and bigger. Every year, Congress increases the student loan. That's how you get in trouble. But Obama's income-driven payment plan only serves to make the student loan problem much worse, as it traps the poor borrower in a growing amount of debt. That's what happens. Since the payment plan only, remember, covers a portion of the monthly interest payment, debt balances continue to grow over time. And that leaves the borrower with even larger debt balances as they reach retirement age. What a stupid plan that was. Just like his Obamacare. We'll be right back after this break. Take a look at some stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
From all of us at Phil's Gang, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a prosperous New Year.
Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, if you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market, the MaxVest 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the MaxVest is they follow the important money, the hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart is low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Let me ask you, could you use a little extra money? Well, of course you could. Everybody could use that extra revenue to pay the bills, pay down debt, or save for retirement. With philsgang.com, we help you make that extra income in the stock market. For over 15 years, Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team have helped folks who are interested in learning short-term and long-term investing by providing professional-level charting skills and strategies. philsgang.com is your #1 source to learn, invest, and profit in the stock market. And you can do this for only $39.95 a month. With philsgang.com, you learn how to invest in the market. You get daily investment coaching guidance, and you will learn to invest and trade with the skills and confidence of the pros. Just log on and get daily investment instructions and make profits. Plus, all philsgang.com material is archived for your convenience. Go to philsgang.com to join or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Call today.
Put your money to work. Make your investments pay. Listen to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
The Phil's Gang Stock Corner is brought to you by the MaxVest 1000 Stock Charts.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, we're going to take a look at some stocks. You can go to my site, philsgang.com, click on Watch Live if you have a mobile device, and you can see the actual stock on my chart. Okay, again, the stock market is, they've tried to get to that 20,000. They're still trying. It's not there. I think it's a joke. It's amazing. Everyone's focusing on 20,000 rather than how it got there. And is it sustainable? That's what they should be focusing on. And that's what I focus on with my gang members. And the key is to make sure that you know when this market is going to correct. Don't wake up one morning and all of a sudden you're losing 40%, 30%. God help you if you're in a 401k, you can't get out during the day. You got to wait to the end of the day. Imagine that you're in a 401k, the stock market starts to correct, starts to crash, and you're not allowed to get out. You know you're not even allowed to buy individual stocks. You're not even allowed to short stocks, make money when they're going down. What kind of investment doesn't let you buy individual stocks? What kind of investment doesn't let you short stocks, for God's sakes? That's ridiculous. Crazy. Here at Phil's Gang, we do both. And especially with my charts that are set up to give you fair warning before a stock goes down. You think your guys on Wall Street, your planner, your money manager is going to tell you that the stock's going down? Of course not. Why would they? They don't get paid on how much money. They don't get paid by how much money they made for you. They get paid on how big the account is. That's a joke. Let's take a look at some stocks. We're talking about jokes. This is crazy. This is why you don't care about fundamentals. Listen to this here. This is just absolutely nuts. This is Jim Cramer.
I just wanted to know your opinion on U.S. Steel. I know you said it was a Trump stock. Is it worth buying in now or waiting for it to dip a little bit?
I prefer Nucor. Nucor guided down numbers and the stock didn't go down. What does that tell you?
No, he's absolutely wrong. In fact, you don't want to be buying Nucor. Okay? Matter of fact, we've already bought U.S. Steel. In fact, you take U.S. Steel, and I'll point it out to you, U.S. Steel, my gang members, it started to turn green for the gang members who follow this, U.S. Steel. It started to turn green at around $17. And that was back in October. We had a buy signal. And then it turned red. You can see it. It turned red right at $38. So U.S. Steel had a 120% gain. But the important thing is not the gain. The important thing is, look, it turned red. If you can see it on my chart, if you have a mobile device, just go to my site, philsgang.com. See where it turned red right in here? Turned red. And it's been red. So the beautiful thing is, while you're making money on the way up, and I'm not suggesting that every gang member got in at the low. I'm not saying that at all. That's not the idea behind it. The idea is to identify when the institution money is coming in and identify when it's leaving. So a gang member can get, like this stock was up, I think you said 100%. So 120%. So some gang members got maybe 10%. Maybe some gang members got 5. Maybe some members got 20. Maybe some members got it all. But the point is they can see the opportunity is in front of them. And that's why we tell people, stay with the same 5 stocks all year. How would you like to be with Goldman Sachs when we've been with that for more than a year? That's turned out pretty well. But we just don't stay in it. When it starts turning red, that means the institutions are pulling their money out. So we're going to pull our money out. So there's U.S. Steel. So it's turned red. Now let's go to Jim Cramer's genius idea. Same thing. Look at this. New. Are you kidding me? That guy's got to be nuts. So let's think about it. So new, it was a red. It started to turn green right around $46. And that was back in October. You can see it right here, turned green. And then she turned red, told us to get out. And that was around $64. So that had to be a rally of about, from about a 25% gain. 25%. But the key is not the 25%. But he's telling you to stay in this. He's telling you to stay in. When look at it's turned red and the institutions are pulling money out and it's going down. See, you don't need to know all the stuff about Nucor. Honest to God, you don't. You don't need to know where they make their steel, where they sell their steel, how much they're paying for their products. You don't have to know what their gross margins are or their free cash flow. You don't need to know any of that. All you need to know is, remember, the way the market works today, since we've had this great technology, is we have 11 sectors in the market. 4 or 5 of the 11 are the most sectors that all the pros go to. About 5 of the 11 is the most popular. All of them, the 9 biggest banks, the insurance companies, the hedge funds, the 401ks, the pension fund managers, they all like cattle. They follow each other. They all follow each other. They have a herd mentality. So when they all buy Nucor, they all get in. When they get out, they all get out. You just got to know to get out. And that gives you this, see, at night, this will change your life. If you lost money in the stock market and you're afraid, you're looking, your wages haven't gone up in 10 years. You haven't got enough money to put aside and you just feel uncomfortable. You just say, how am I going to retire? The stock market is where you make the extra money to retire. But I understand why you're not in it. Because you've always been afraid you're going to get into the market and you're going to lose your money. But most people lose their money because they don't know when to get out. Well, that's why I invented this chart, so you do know when to get out. It's called the MV2. 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Join my gang and learn how to use the chart. It's easy. It really is. So that's Nucor. Another one that he did, which was a joke.
Hey, my stock is Johnson Controls International.
Oh, I like that one for here with the whole Trump program. I would be back.
Oh, I like that one, the whole Trump program? Really? Well, wait a minute. The stock turned green. Buyers started to come in. We saw that. And we saw it at 41.27. Then it told us to get out. It told us to get out at 43.80. A 6% gain. Then we're out. My gang's out. These guys are getting in right now as people are losing money, as money's coming out. That's ridiculous.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
From all of us at Phil's Gang, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a prosperous New Year.
Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, if you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. or go to philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, we're closing on 2016, and we're looking forward to President-elect Trump, his administration, and his prosperous economy. And what a great time to invest. I have not been this excited about the stock market in years. He's going to straighten out the economy, and the market's going to be terrific. This past year, I informed Phil's Gang that the big winner was going to be mining stocks, gold mining stocks, and were we right? Some gang members gained as much as 50, 60, 70%. That's right. What an exciting year this has been for gold mining. So stay tuned, because this year we think it's going to be oil. Join the gang, philsgang.com. Just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're offering the most powerful stock charts available on the market, the MaxVest 1000 charts. Now, the difference between these charts and all the other charts is this follows the money. Yes, it gives you a buy-sell signal. I know you're going to say, well, they all do. No, not true. The difference with the MaxVest is they follow the important money, the hedge funds, the biggest banks, the 401ks, the pension fund managers. That's the big difference. They're not following the emotion. That's what most charts do. They follow the money. That's what MaxVest does, follows the money. Check it out. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Oh, and the chart is low as $19.95 a month. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're a teaching format, and boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you'll be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Here's my number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Join the gang right now, 877-600-GANG. Become a member. It's only $39.95. And I'm telling you, for those folks who really just hate the stock market and are always worried about the market, it's an opportune time to get in, because we'll be right there for you. Okay? We'll be there for you. And you don't ever... Look, I'm not going to ever promise you're going to make a lot of money. I'm not going to promise you're going to get you rich. But I'm going to promise you're going to get a good night's sleep. You really will. Not to worry about, gee, should I get out? Should I get out? Or wake up in the morning and the market's already collapsed? No, not with today's technology. You know, it's sad because one good thing I like about, they've been lying for 8 years about this economy. They've been lying about the recovery. There's never been a recovery. And it's amazing how they all do the same thing. Yesterday, Jack Lew, okay, Secretary of Treasury, what a liar. He follows the same script as Obama. And so doesn't Aunt Bee. Now, Aunt Bee's saying to us how things are good. Real good. Really? Let me ask you a question, Aunt Bee. Things are so good. Then why is it the unemployment rate, okay, in the high-paying sectors, mining, manufacturing, construction, telecom, the unemployment rate average in all those three, about 14%. So how can you say that? What are you, nuts? If the job market's that strong, like you say, if the job market's that strong, then tell me this. Why is it 35% of Americans are behind on debt at least 180 days? Why? Why are they behind with credit card delinquencies? They've hit the highest level since 2012. Subprime auto debt hit a record 28% delinquencies, the highest subprime auto debt since 2009, and the auto industry's in real trouble because of it. Earnings growth, profits, earnings growth is profits, same thing. Fell again. We're going to have 5 quarters, no profits. But boy, the stock market keeps going up. Does that make sense? FedEx missed profits. Caterpillar posts record 48 consecutive months of declining retail sales. But what does she say? What does she say? Oh, things are good.
After years of a slow economic recovery, you are entering the strongest job market in nearly a decade.
Strongest job market? How could that be? When the participation rate in labor is so low. Wages are low. In fact, why is it that retail sales and subprime auto loans, those delinquencies are climbing, and at the same time, go back and take a look. This is a great indicator. Go back to November. Look at Help Wanted online, the advertising. Help Wanted. Check that out. That, and always go and you can check pellets. You know how you see in warehouses, shipping pallets, where they load on these shipping pallets on this wood, and the forklift comes in, lifts up the product, and they put it on a truck. You always know how the economy is doing, and if they reorder these shipping pallets so they can load the products on it and lift it up with a fork and put it in a truck. The lowest in 10 years. What's that tell you? What's that tell you? And now you go and look at the Help Wanted online ads, down. Month to month they've been falling. They've been declining year to year at a pace we've not seen since the collapse of the stock market in 2009. She's got the nerve to say this. Payrolls rose by 179,000 jobs in November. Guess what? Only 9,000 were full-time jobs. That's it. October. Out of all the jobs, 103,000 of those jobs were all part-time, low-paying jobs. Construction spending is down by 23%. So how could we have such a good economy? Yesterday we talked about Obama, his claim that we have recovered from the 2007 recession, and we know it's false. He created an illusion. He created this illusion to favor the 1 percentile, the Wall Street banksters, the large corporations who funded both his campaigns and the campaigns of the leadership in both the House and Senate, both Republican and Democrats. All a lie. If the recovery was real, we would, let's put it this way, if the recovery was real, guess what? Trump would have never won. He would have never won the election because people don't feel it. If the recovery was real, we would have an economic GDP growth of 4%, not 1.6%. The only president in history couldn't get to 3%. A productivity rate that dropped it was at 2.6. Now it's at 0.4. If we were in a recovery, we would have gone from 0.4 back to 2.6%. We'd have gone from 1.6% and our economic growth to 4%, but we're not. We would not have manufacturing orders at a 10-year low. We would not have wages at a 10-year low. Wages, this country brings in an aggregate about 8.3 trillion of wages every quarter. That's about it, 8.3 trillion. Now, wages are really important to the economy because it's its primary source of income for U.S. households, right? Well, unemployment is bad. We know unemployment is bad. Joblessness is bad because when you have jobless people, they do not earn a wage. And not only that, it's bad because we're wasting a valuable resource that goes unused. The unemployment rate is more like 10%, not 4.6%. Now listen to this. The majority of Washington politicians, including the president and this dope Aunt B, never created a job in their lifetime. They never created a job. They always talk about what a challenge it is. Really? Trump, on the other hand, has created hundreds of thousands of jobs. And he'll tell you there's no challenge to creating a job. In fact, all that's required is money. If you have money, you're willing to pay a person a fair day's wage for a fair day's work. A job is created immediately, even if it means hiring one person to dig a hole and hire another person to simultaneously fill that hole back in. It's easy to create jobs. What are they talking about? Unfortunately, what's hard is creating good paying jobs. Creating meaningful, high-paying jobs. See, that's their problem. They wouldn't know how to do that if they tripped over it. To create a job that adds net value to society and to our economy, they don't know how to do it, these dopes. You know why? Because they don't care about doing it. Instead, what they do is disincentivize people to work. Remember this? Remember Pelosi? This was Pelosi telling people to stop going. If you're working just to cover your health insurance, stop working, she says. Go home, learn how to play a musical instrument. The government will pay for your insurance. See, they disincentivize work. They don't want to create jobs.
Think of an economy where people could be an artist or a photographer, a writer, without worrying about keeping their day job.
If you want to be creative and be a musician or whatever, you can leave your work.
Isn't that amazing? That's sick. That's sick. And how about the welfare programs? If you're on a welfare program and you want to get a little extra work, you want to work an extra 10 hours, you get punished. Because they'll take you off your welfare. They'll take you off your food stamps if you get caught trying to work, trying to do better, trying to climb the ladder. You'll get punished. They'll take it away from you. These guys have disincentivized work. They don't want you working. They want to build a bigger government. That's what they want, with bigger welfare programs. See, they thought the bigger the government, bigger welfare programs, the Democrats would always get back in the White House. Well, they were fooled. They were fooled. Look at income taxes, for God's sakes. That's another way to disincentivize people to work. And that's why you're seeing the market skyrocket, because Trump is going to cut taxes. Obama always wanted to increase them. Join my gang, 877-600-GANG, so you'll know when to get out of your stock and you'll get a good night's sleep.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You're probably familiar with a pillow commercial that's everywhere. It's on TV. And wherever you put it, get the pillows, this new pillow that's out. You know what? You don't need a pillow good night's sleep. You want to make sure your investments are safe. That's where you get the good night's sleep. And that's what you get here at Phil's Gang with our technology. It's built in to show you when your stock is ready to fail, when your stock is ready to rally. That's right, it follows the money. You don't need a pillow, you need Phil's Gang. That's how you get a good night's sleep. You'll always know well in advance if the market's going to collapse or your stock. Join my gang. philsgang.com. For more information, just go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-GANG. We will see you on the charts.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. We're a teaching format, and boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Open Line Friday. Don't forget, every Friday, here's the number, 855-745-7445. Use that number to participate in my radio show where I can give you information on your stock. Don't forget, that's every Friday, Open Line Friday. That's here on philsgang.com, every Friday.
Don't miss it. Tune in and call Phil with your stock questions on Open Line Fridays. Left-wing, right-wing, libertarians, independents. We may not all agree on politics, but we all agree that we need to plan for retirement. At philsgang.com, we prepare you and educate you on how to invest in the stock market so you can secure your retirement and live comfortably. Call Phil's Gang today, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Welcome back. This segment of the Phil's Gang Show is brought to you by the MV Stock Charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Outgoing U.S. President Barack Obama, who wouldn't know how to create a job, a good-paying job, if he tripped over it, just did something very stupid. He just permanently banned offshore oil and gas drilling in the northern part of Alaska, where even the moose go to the Holiday Inn in the wintertime. What are you, nuts? There's nobody up there. What are you, kidding me? See how stupid this man is? And you wonder why our economy's not growing? You wonder why our economy's at 1.6%, less than 2%? Isn't that ridiculous? You know how many jobs he could create? But he's not into jobs. See, he never wanted to create jobs. That's not his thing. He didn't want to create meaningful jobs. See, Obama has never wanted to master the art of creating a meaningful job. That's not his thing. He loves low-paying jobs, for heaven's sakes. This guy here, he loses 1.4 million high-paying manufacturing, mining, construction, oil drilling jobs, and it replaces them with 2.2 million low-paying bartender, waitress, shelf-stocking, social workers. That's how he thinks. See, Obama never got it. What he never got was the solution to high-paying jobs was small businesses. It was right in front of his nose, but he didn't want it. Instead, he decided, I'm going to lay on as many rules and regulations I can on small businesses, squash them. And as a result, we got more small businesses closing than opening ever with any other president, more so than any other president. Matter of fact, you could take all the presidents and combine them, and you won't come up with the number of jobs or number of closings of small businesses this guy. See, all he needed was to stand aside. All you have to do is create an environment for the small businesses to get out of the way, and they would have created jobs, good paying jobs. That's what we need. I have to laugh when she says, we got good jobs, the strong job market. Strong job market? How can you have a strong job market when you got the numbers right in front of you? That the unemployment rate in the big dollar jobs, the oil drilling, the construction jobs, the manufacturing jobs is 14%. She's a liar. A liar. What Obama never got was that solution to small business. They're the ones that create the high-paying jobs. But see, that was his challenge. See, not to create jobs. Anybody can create a job. But his challenge was creating an environment for small businesses so they could do meaningful jobs. Earnings growth, that's another thing. What an idiot. What a dope. No wonder the stock market keeps going up and people feel so good. Obama never understood how to create or how important, not only how important high-paying jobs were, but he never understood the importance of earnings growth. Earnings is profits, same thing. Now, we can look at stocks like Caterpillar, which is one of our stocks. Okay, and you got to wonder, how could Caterpillar be where it is today? I mean, Caterpillar, if you go back and look at Caterpillar just in a year's time, Caterpillar has gone from from $54 to $98. How on earth could that be? And an 81% growth when this dollar is at a 14-year high? Are you nuts? That's impossible. Because, see, the stock's not connected to performance. The stock has nothing to do with Caterpillar. That's right. It doesn't go up because of Caterpillar. It doesn't go down because of Caterpillar. It goes up or down based on stock buybacks. Now, the beautiful thing about Caterpillar, there was three major times in the last year where institutions were pulling money out quickly. And the beautiful thing, if you can see this on my chart, if you go to my chart, and just go to my site, philsgang.com, and you have a mobile device, and look and just click on live. Look at this. Every time it turned red, so 85%, and each time it turned red, you would have been out of that stock. You wouldn't have been losing money. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 4 times that it turned red, and you would have been safe. You could sleep at night knowing, okay, Phil's right, this thing will turn red for me to get out, so I'll keep my profits. What a beautiful thing. So important for you to join the gang so you can learn how to do this. But earnings growth, profits, crazy. We don't have any. They've been negative. Profits have been negative, while the stock market rallied 7% since November 8th election. How do you rally a stock 7% when there's no profits? There's no top-line sales. Yet the stock market's hitting 20,000, making all-time new high. But there's no profits. There's no increase in sales. Isn't that crazy? In fact, earnings, profits are dropping. They're dropping. See, the problem with our economy, it's fake. It's an illusion. And that's the problem with the recovery. That's the problem with our stock market. Everything's fake. But so what? As long as you know when to get out, as long as it turns red, what a beautiful thing. Remember the dot-coms? All the dot-coms soared. They soared. Same thing as now. They didn't have sales. They didn't have profits. But boy, did their stocks keep going up. But didn't we pay for it? Sure. You're always going to pay for it. Because remember, every time they borrow money, these companies, to buy their own stock, so there's less shares available, so that artificially, when you have, what they do is they buy their shares. So if you got 1 million shares, you buy 500,000. Now there's only 500,000 shares out there. So now you take your little profits and you spread it over the 500,000 shares. Your earnings per share looks a lot better, and your stocks miraculously go up. Some call it magic. I call it a disaster. So they use money to buy their own shares. Now they can spread over those little shares, the shares they have left, what profit they have, and then you get a spike in your earnings growth, and magically it goes up. No, it's artificially engineered. It's financially engineered by Obama. See, he knows this. He should have stopped this, but he didn't. Look, when you see stocks soar over the past 12 months, look at Apple. They purchased 31.1 billion shares. GE purchased 21 billion. That's why the stock price is going up. Microsoft, 3.5 billion. McDonald's, 2.7 billion. Citigroup, 2 billion, 2.5 billion. JP Morgan, 2.2 billion. AIG, 2.2 billion. Home Depot, 2.1 billion. Yum, 2 billion, and on and on. So these companies, Apple, GE, McDonald's, here, put them up. Look at, put up McDonald's. So you're going to be sitting there thinking, oh boy, I'm in. This is good. The stock's at $123. I'm making money. No, you're not. You think you are, but that stock's going to collapse, and you're not going to know when to get out. That stock's not $123. It didn't go up because of profits. It didn't go up because of top-line sales. It went up because Obama made sure the Federal Reserve made available to the CEO money that was free. It's still debt. It kills the company. Only the CEO makes out. So you think McDonald's at $123? Guess again, it isn't. But that's okay, because here's what we did. My gang bought McDonald's when it was at $114. And now it's and then they got out. Let me just push it back here. Then they got out of the stock. They got out of the stock at around $122. A nice 7% return. But they knew to get out because it was red. See? So that's it. And then take Apple. Another one. Everybody's in Apple. You gonna know when to get out? It just turned green back in November 25th. It was at $110. Now it's $116. It's still green. That's 6%. But remember, the only reason Apple is up because they bought 7.2 billion of their shares. So there's fewer shares. So when they spread their profits, then it artificially increases the profits or earnings, and then the stock goes up. Ridiculous. Join my gang so you'll know when to get out. 877-600-GANG, and have a good night's sleep. See you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.